Well, welcome back for another episode of Healthy Chicago Podcast. I am Josh Zenger, PR coordinator with CDPH, and today we are super excited to be here with Mecca from Mecca Elevated, and we'll have her introduce herself. Mecca.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Hi, my name is Mecca with Mecca Elevated. I am a sound artist and a meditation guide. So our reason here today is I guide meditation through sound. So I'll use these like various instruments to bring our body into like a meditative mode. I would say I also create wellness events and experiences that allow you to like regulate your nervous system, reduce stress and anxiety, but sound is like the focal point within that, those experiences and events. I work with public groups, so I have classes throughout the city. I also do corporate wellness, so I work with a lot of corporations to bring wellness to their teams, as well as me offering sound meditation with Healing Arts Chicago.
Okay, so that's a lot of things that you do. Can you give me just kind of a breakdown of how all of that stuff, how you've been involved with Healing Arts Chicago?
Yeah, so I'll say this. Before I even knew Healing Arts Chicago started, I knew that I wanted to bring this practice into like a traditional health setting, like in clinics and hospital clinics, but I just wasn't able to like make that breakthrough. And then I saw this opportunity for the Healing Arts Chicago, and I applied for it because it kind of felt like it was allowing an artist to bring their practices to a traditional mental health clinic.
Okay.
And so there's about 8 artists, and we all have different like modalities: yoga, dance, writing, sound, and my practice is sound meditation. So I get a chance to work with groups at least twice a week, sometimes 3 times out of the week, bringing them meditation via sound. I host classes here. I get a chance to host classes outside of the clinic, and the clinic that I'm in is in the Greater Grand, so it's considered the King Center. Mm-hmm. And I get a chance to host clients here. So these are individuals that are either like clients of the mental health clinic, the mental health center, mm-hmm. or they saw the event through Eventbrite and they just showed up.
Okay.
Plus, we get a chance to work with organizations like our partner organizations as well. And this is year 2, right? So the idea of it is to fuse arts, mental wellness, and community all in one intersection. And so that's what's happening with Healing Arts Chicago. And we're coming to an end on our 2nd year. Mm-hmm. This is our last session that will go through October through December with offering all of these beautiful like art practices.
Okay. So I'm curious, when somebody comes to one of your sessions or is part of it, what are some of the people coming for? Like, what do they expect to get out of it?
Yeah.
And what are you putting into it to sort of affect that in some way?
So people come for a variety of reasons. Like here, I think it could be a curiosity of like, oh, I heard about this. I wonder, maybe someone's transitioning out of a job. They may have lost their position, or they're like retired and they're trying to figure out what they're going to do with their life. It could be as immediate as like, I just heard some really bad news and I'm really trying to like regulate myself because I want to like do a thing that won't do me any good. So like, what else can I do? Or someone that has a meditation practice and they just want to like enhance it, right? So you can come in here feeling very heavy physically or emotionally. You may feel stressed. You may feel like you really want some clarity within your body. Sometimes there's individuals that are just like, weighing off decisions and they're just like looking for clarity. And everything that we need to decide is already in us. And sometimes the meditation allows it to like open up and really give them this dialogue with themselves. So they'll come in, I'll explain like what the session is going to be about. And typically like we're lying down. So they're in a space where they get to be like comfortable. So they're lying down with like cushions and pillows and blankets, or if they like the practice of sitting up, they can do that as well. And the sessions go for about 55 minutes, mm-hmm. Start to finish. And it just gives that person a space to just like be and be still. I think that is the biggest thing that sometimes we don't get a chance to do. Like mm-hmm. we feel like I need to always be busy doing something because that busyness makes us think that we're like being productive.
Yep.
And sometimes stillness is just the productive that we need.
So do you have people falling asleep in here? Is that okay? Do you have people sort of zoning out? Do you have people like that are actively watching everything you do? Like, what's the scope of what people are doing?
So typically, that's a good question. Well, people like are usually, I guide them into like closing their eyes, and if they fall asleep, they'll still get the benefits of the sound. But some people will literally go into their meditative mode and they're like, wait, I didn't know I could meditate. Like, there's no right or wrong way of meditating, right? The sound just really like pushes you towards it. Individuals aren't necessarily watching me, and if they are, it's a little weird because it's like, this is like your own one-on-one time for your own inner work, right? So watching me is like counterproductive. You don't gotta watch me. You just want to like be in it with her yourself.
100%.
Yeah.
Why don't you tell us a little bit, like, I'm super fascinated about all these things you have here. There's a lot of colors, a lot of textures, a lot of things happening. Can you give us a brief overview of like what you're using here, some of the sounds that these things make and so on?
Absolutely. And so this setup here is just like a setup that I would use in a session here because I like it to be very like light, but also accessible, right? So, and I like to use instruments that have notes that are associated with like different energy points within our body. And I'll explain some of the instruments that we have here right now. So like the bowls that are associated with the colors are like associated with our energy points within our body, right? So with this one, which is like the F note, is centered around our heart space. So it like really opens us up to how we receive love, how we give love, and like our own like self-love for ourselves. Then we can go through with the B note, which is about our clarity, like our clear thinking. So it sits like right above, about 11 inches above our head, our crown area. And this is probably one of my favorites, right?
So you're just clear all the time when you're leaving your class. You're like every day. You're just...
Well, sometimes I'm inside of the meditation with people, and sometimes I'm not. And when I say that, meaning like, you know, there's one thing to be the facilitator, and then there's also to be the facilitator and joining in, right?
Gotcha, okay.
So I try to like remove myself from joining in and just like facilitate, right? Which keeps it separate, I would say. This is my favorite. The gong is my absolute favorite. I always call this like the truth teller because, or the painkiller too, because, you know, sometimes it may feel a little uncomfortable at first, and then over time it'll feel more comforting, right? So it like, you know, breaks up like little like wounds in our body. It could be emotional, physical, spiritual, like whatever. So sometimes it feels uncomfortable when people hear it. And then over time in that same session, it'll feel more comforting.
Got it.
I hear a lot of people say it feels like there's a weighted blanket on them after I play it over and over. Because I like to say like, this is the medicine, and then like the ocean drum is the candy, because the ocean drum gives us like these theta waves, right? So it can feel very transportive for some people.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then I'll go through the session, going through with the chimes as a way to kind of break up any stories that may like be on loop as you're going through this meditation. Like our thoughts come and go just naturally. And sometimes the sounds will help you anchor onto a thought. Sometimes it'll like be this like almost TV station kind of thought process that goes over and over. And the chimes just kind of help like break that up.
Refresh it. Okay.
Yeah.
Got it.
So all the instruments has this own purpose. It tells a story like within that person. People kind of come up with their own stories in their minds for these when they're going through this, or it can feel like a clearing for them, like the reset, like just like, you know, that little button that you're hitting just to like reset. That's what happens within the sound meditation. And so every instrument is very intentional on like how I play it, what it's used for, and like my intentions for the receiver.
Okay, awesome. So in a second here, you're going to do a little demo to show us basically what one of your sessions would be like. But if people want to know more about how they can be part of your sessions, how they can join up, or where to find you on the internet, where are some of those places they can do that?
My website is meccaelevated.com, and my Instagram is meccaelevated.com, and then LinkedIn is Mecca. So you can find me like Mecca Elevated. You can Google that.
Perfect.
And all the information is out there.
Awesome. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, we'll jump into the session now then.
So we'll begin with our sound meditation, and basically I'll play these various instruments here, and the goal is to bring your body into a meditative mode. So there's like nothing that you have to do except receive the sound and just be. There's no performance or movement unless you want to bring that into the practice. So the way we sit is the way we position our body, we're going to be lying in a savasana. So with our heads towards the instrument, our feet will be away. Or if you want to sit up, you can sit up. And with a soft gaze or your eyes closed. If for any reason you fall asleep, don't worry, you'll still get the benefits of the sound. So just allow your body to be, right? And our thoughts will come and go, probably a little bit more because this is a practice that we haven't tried in a while or have never before. So as our thoughts show up, I would say try not to create any actions behind those thoughts. Just let the thoughts show up with nothingness, like without doing a thing. So it's almost like walking past a piece of paper in your home without picking it up. You're just going to walk past it without doing anything and just like let the thoughts show up. So as we begin, I'll ask that you go ahead and close your eyes, get comfy, check to see if there's any spaces that you can get any more comfortable while you're lying down or sitting up. And we'll go through with your eyes closed. We'll begin by just starting with the breathing exercise and checking in with ourselves. As you get relaxed, I ask that you begin maybe wiggling your toes, your fingers. Is there any spaces within your body that can get any more comfortable right now? Is there any shifts you need to make with your hips or your knees? Softening your jawline. If you're lying down, just allow your back and your shoulders and neck to just melt into the mat or the floor, allowing it to hold you right now. We'll begin by breathing in for 3 counts. We'll hold for 3 counts and then breathe out for 3 counts. And as we breathe in, I invite you to breathe in an intention that you want to set out for yourself. It could be something like more clarity, more rest, unattached joy, whatever that is. Imagine breathing it into your mind's eye, holding it at the top, and I'll layer it here with the sound. And then as you breathe out, we'll breathe out anything that you want to release, anything that you're ready to let go of. Beginning now, we're breathing in for 3, 2, 1. Hold at the top. Hold. Hold. With a lot of ease, begin breathing out for 3, 2, 1. Letting it all out. Again, breathing in for 3, 2, 1. Hold that intention. Hold. Hold. With a lot of ease, begin breathing out for 3, 2, 1. Letting it all out. Last time, we're breathing in our intentions, holding them at the top, and breathing out anything that we're ready to release. Beginning now, we're breathing in for 3, 2, 1. Hold at the top. Hold. Hold. With a lot of ease, begin breathing out for 3, 2, 1. Letting it all out. You can always go back to that breathing exercise if you feel like you need to ground yourself or you get lost within this meditation. Settling in with your eyes closed. If you like, you can place your dominant hand on your heart space area, your less dominant hand on your tummy area if that feels good, or just lay your hands off to the side, but just keep your fingers and your hands in a receiving mode right now. Our meditation now begins. As we begin to bring our meditation to an end, I ask that you very easily begin bringing your body back into the present. You can begin by slightly wiggling your toes and your fingers, just bringing some slight movement back in. Maybe opening your jawline, licking your lips, bringing some movement into your face area. If you can, maybe bringing your knees just a little closer to your chest. Or placing your feet on the ground and just kind of swaying your knees from left to right. And as you gently begin releasing your knees, maybe you're bringing your arms above your head, just stretching out, stretching your body. I'll ask that if you're lying down to go ahead and bring yourself up to a seated position. Your eyes can still remain closed. Maybe shrug your shoulders back a bit, shrug them forward. Rotate your neck from left to right, just breaking up any areas that may have gotten stiff while lying down. We'll end this session with the same breathing exercise that we began with, where we breathe in for 3 counts, we hold for 3 counts, and then we breathe out for 3 counts. Earlier, I asked that you breathe in an intention that you may have for yourself. It could be the same intention, but if you have something new, you can bring that in and add on. But we're breathing in for a count of 3. We're holding it, so that means you're going to hold your breath, and then we breathe out for 3 as well. And I'll count you down for that. Beginning now, we're breathing in for 3, 2, 1. Hold at the top. Hold. Hold. With a lot of ease, begin breathing out for 3, 2, 1. Again, deep breath in for 3, 2, 1. Hold that intention. Hold. Hold. With a lot of ease, begin breathing out for 3, 2, 1. Letting it all out. Last one, we're going to breathe in our intentions. We're going to hold them at the top, and we're going to breathe out anything that's not serving us right now. Beginning now, we're breathing in for 3, 2, 1. Hold at the top. Hold. Hold. With a lot of ease, begin breathing out for 3, 2, 1. Letting it all out. I thank you for joining in and honoring the intentions that you set out to start and complete this meditation with me. The light that's in me sees and knows the light that is in you. Our time now is complete.